everybody. How you doing? Gonna wait 30 seconds, gonna get this started. This is a series that I'm doing over on my other page, my Trainer Mike page, but people have reached out to me and they said they weren't getting notifications, possibly because you were not connected to the Trainer Mike 111 page or the Ask the Machine page. So I'm going to do today's version or today's message over here, and then I'm going to post it over there. But I'm going to ask you that you come back to the comments and you go over to the Trainer Mike 111. It's at Trainer Mike 111, and you will then get these updates about all my nutrition and fitness tips that I'm giving out here for free, because I've had a lot of people ask me, hey Mike, please come online, please do online training, blah, blah, blah. And I just honestly, that's not my bag. I like to be in face to face with people. I like to give true information. I like to get feedback because, when you're working with somebody, it's real easy for these trainers to come out here and tell you what to do by a script. But you really don't know how to help somebody the best. And you really can't help somebody the best unless you dial in with them and you become apart with them. You really kind of understand everything that's going on in their life, and that's the only way you can really help somebody get to the finish line. So I vary away from this whole assembly line training stuff, and I like to be flat out with you. So I'm going to give you free information, and then if you decide that you want to go a step further, then we will develop a relationship. But in any case, doing this series, it's called 50 Secrets to Health, Fitness, and Longevity. So 50 secrets of mine to health, fitness, and longevity. And these are secrets based off of questions that I have gotten over the years or I'm getting right now. Matter of fact, this question has come in a million times, and it's come in again yesterday. So I wrote it down and I said, okay, I will address it today. So the question, obviously, how do I get rid of my gut? Okay, and then that always comes with how do I see my abs? When will I see my abs? Blah, 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 blah. And people always want to address this really simple and very detailed situation before they look at the whole picture. See, folks, how you get rid of your gut and how you see your abs is kind of like the last step or the last rung on the ladder. If you don't do the footwork underneath, you're not going to be able to get to that rung. It's like taking a trip or a travel. You have a map or you have a GPS and it's going to tell you to get there. Well, how long is it going to take? It gives you an estimated time of arrival, right? It gives you an ETA. But if you take more breaks, if you need to take a little nap, if you stop at a whole bunch of different rest stops, if you have to gas up more often and whatnot, your goal, it's going to be further. The ETA is going to be further out in the distance. So if you don't address the underlying issues, you're not going to get to the ETA. You're not going to get to the abs for a long time and maybe never. So to ask that question, it's kind of like a simplified question, and it's very broad, but the more broad way is to approach it. How do I get maximum fitness? How do I get maximum health? How do me, with my background, my injuries, my issues, my lack of knowledge and whatever, how do I get to that health, longevity, and fitness point that I am going to have maximum health, fitness, and longevity, and I will then maybe see my abs, right? So that would be, and then the broader answer to that is, well, it takes time, dedication, consistency, and focus. So you say, okay, Mike, that sounds all good, but the fact is can you dial that into yourself? Can you get your mind right so that you can go? Our at Unlimited Changes, it was always challenging your mind, changing your body. We have to challenge your mind, folks. I can't do it for you. You have to dial in to decide that you are going to be dedicated, that you're going to be consistent, that you are going to be focused, that you are going to put the time in. And if you do that, then I can give you the protocol. But if you're not ready to break over that hump and get your mind aligned, if you can't get your mind aligned, then you're never going to see abs. You're never going to see a good midsection. And as a matter of fact, you're just going to be tripping over yourself, and you're going to be setting up your own roadblocks to success. All right. So now we get into the actual issues. All right. First of all, like I said, it's like a roadmap, or it's like, I liken it to a set of stairs, right? You can't jump the staircase. Don't jump the staircase. what you got to do is you got to put down on paper what your restrictions are, what you're willing to do, how much time you can put in, you know, what's your level of eating, if you have any food allergies, what your knowledge of genetic modified foods are, and your knowledge of organic nutrition. These are all important aspects to put in the bowl. If you go to a trainer and they don't ask you, first of all, what you're currently doing, what you're currently eating, and what you're willing to do, and what your goals are, if they don't do that before they start anything, if they just hand you a program, sign you up, and take your money, then run. Don't give them your money. Take that check and cancel it, or whatever, because they're going to just try to take your money. But if you come in and they say, okay, well, what's your goals? Okay, what's your current level? What are you currently doing or not doing? What are you currently eating or not eating? Do you eat organically? Do you eat healthy? Do you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner? Or do you know anything about fasting? If they're not asking you these pertinent questions, then they don't know what the heck they're doing. You know, so I mean, that's just, I'm sorry about that, but that's just the facts. So dialing in and getting those abs and looking and seeing that gut, there's a more broad issue there, and the broad issue is addressing where you currently are, what you're currently doing or not doing, and then making a real, true, honest, consistent, dedicated, focused, time-in approach to getting there. All right, so folks, it's like I said, don't jump the staircase. Take one step at a time. Don't be impatient. Be consistent, because guess what? Wherever you are right now, you didn't get there overnight. Okay? If you have 20 or 30 extra pounds on you, or even 5 extra pounds, it didn't happen in a day. It may have happened just in this 5-month quarantine. That could be, but that took 5 months. So if you think you're just going to jump the staircase and get out of it in a week or two, well, you're sorely mistaken. I hate to break it to you. So understand that you got a path ahead of you, you got a trip ahead of you, and what are you willing to do on that trip? For me, like I say, if I'm going to take the road trip, and I know what the GPS says and I know what the ETA says, I want to get there within that ETA time. So I'm going to make sure I'm fueled up. I'm going to make sure that I have, you know, food with me so that I don't have to stop and eat. I'm going to make sure that I plan my route so I know where the gas stations are so I can get on and off quick. That's just me though, folks. So you decide what you want to do. I'm going to go over to my YouTube channel. I'm going to address these issues. I'm going to tell you how you now put it together. I come on here just so I can give you the preface and the basis. Now you got to go over to my YouTube channel and you got to subscribe. It's Ask the Machine, ATM, or Ask the Machine, or Ask Trainer Mike over on YouTube. And I'll post it on here so you can go over there. I'm going to go over there right now and I'm going to finish this out. Like I always say, train hard, but train smart. Peace. Okay, everybody, so we already addressed the basics and the premise in the fact that we need to be consistent, we need to have focus, we need to have dedication, and we need to put the time in. Okay, so we get that now. Let's say you now have that focus on and you're ready to go to the next step. Well, now, like I said, we have to put down on paper where we are and where we want to go, right? So if you're in Connecticut and you want to go to Florida, well, then don't put your roadmap so that you're going to I don't know, Colorado, okay? It's not going to, it's way too far out of the way, right? We want to get there as quickly as we could possibly do it, but we want to do it the healthy way, the right way, and so that we can have this over time. And longevity, meaning that we're going to have it for a longer time. We're going to be maintaining it and so forth. Okie dokie. So here we go. Take down and put on a piece of paper, excuse me. Put down on a piece of paper. Let me get my water here. Excuse me. Put down on a piece of paper on one side where you are, what you want to do, basically your goals. So you say, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds, or whatever. I feel so sluggish. I'm tired. I don't get enough sleep. In the middle of the day, I want to fall asleep. All these things that are negative, all these things that you really want to change, right? And so you figure that. Then in the middle of the paper, make 3 columns. In the middle of the paper, you put what you're currently doing that's causing that, or what's not getting you there. So, well, I'm eating poorly, I smoke cigarettes, I drink alcohol on Fridays and Saturdays, and I wake up feeling like crap, I skip workouts, I go through the fast food joint, I drink Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts every morning, whatever it is. Whatever you think is holding you up or causing those problems. And then, of course, the third column is what you want, what you really want to get to. And maybe you could even start with that column. You could even start with that column and then backtrack. And you put, I want to run a 5K when things open back up. I want to, I want to play with my kids and feel good. I want to be able to do X, Y, Z, W. Okay, you put that all down there, Q, whatever it is. So now you have it down, what you want to do, what you know is causing you not to be able to do it, and what you feel like and how horrible it is. And keep that paper, put it somewhere, so forth. Then you want to look at yourself. Okay, so if we're talking about our abs, if you take off your shirt and you look in the mirror and it's a big old belly and so forth, well, then you know you got issues there, and you have to get rid of that first. But how do you get rid of that first? You don't just all of a sudden do a bunch of ab work. You don't just do a bunch of crunches and bicycles and you get rid of it. That's not how it works. You got to. It's subcutaneous fat. You need to get rid of the fat. You need to burn the calories. You need to eat foods that are going to be more highly burnable and not going to store as fat and just continue this process that you've been doing over time, right? So now you got to address your nutrition first, because that's the most important thing. So I can do that with you directly one-on-one. Everybody's different. Everybody's likes, dislikes, what they have available to them and so forth. But the main thing is if you don't want to reach out to me, and if you whatever, just know this: eat as clean as possible. And clean means organic. So even if you're eating packaged foods, but you're eating 80%, I say at least 80% organic. Well, let's put it this way: at least 80% non-GMO. And then hopefully that'll lead you to at least 60% organic. You will see changes. You will see differences. It's a fact, because the toxins are not going to come in. The toxins are not going to be slowing down absorption. The toxins are not going to be storing in your fat reserve and not allowing you to burn fat. So it's getting rid of those toxins. It's possibly, if you want to come to me and talk to me about doing a cellular cleanse, that helps too, greatly, that helps. But again, I'm not going to push nothing on you. I'm just trying to tell you what will work and what will help. Okay, so you got to address what's coming in. You got to make sure what's coming in is clean and predominantly organic, so it doesn't bring those toxins in. Okay. If you address the nutrition, then you can address the workouts. Well, you're going to look back on what your injuries are, what you have available to you, if you're able to go to a gym, if the gym is open, if you have equipment in your house, whatever. You might want to just do yoga. That might be something that's good for you. Pilates, yoga, or just, heck, I've helped people out where all they do is walk and jog in place. The best they can, walk, and if they can jog a little bit in place, but they do it for a consistent period of time, put a timer up there, boom, and then they might do some basic body weight exercises. Heck, I've had people just sit down in a chair, sit up in a chair, sit down, sit up, stand up, sit down, stand up, and for squats. And then, of course, using soup cans for curls or whatever, older women or people or men who are stuck in I've done convalescent home training. There's ways you can do it. It's just a matter of getting into your mind, challenging your mind so that you can change your body. So basically, that's the tip on it. I'm going to put the preface that I spoke about on Facebook here in the beginning, and then it'll lead into this. But I would recommend, first things first, don't address the final question, because that's even getting ready for bodybuilding shows. Your abs are the last thing you see. Guys will be 12 weeks out, and it's not until 3 weeks out that they're really seeing their abs pop. And then it's not until the week before that they're seeing even the low ab pop, because that's details. And if you're putting details ahead of the big picture, you're never going to get to the details. All right? Get out that piece of paper, put down what I talked about. Make sure you subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Share, like this with the thumbs up. Share it around. Let's build this. I want to help as many people as possible to get healthy, fit, and have great longevity. All right? This is Mike, Trainer Mike, the machine for 50 secrets of health, fitness, and longevity. This is number 3. Come back tomorrow for number 4. Take it easy. God bless you. And remember, train hard, but train smart. Peace.